Hey everyone, welcome back to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valley, and we're back with Randy. Welcome back.
Hi.
So
Thank
good when
you.
you're on the show.
Thank
You're
you.
like a ray of light.
Thank
You're
you.
so fun.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, speaking of like bringing sunshine to like gloomy days,
Yes.
how does a family or an individual stay out of like probate?
So this is a big one. I know a lot of people try to avoid probate, but by the time they always push things off on getting their affairs lined up beforehand.
Yeah.
That it's hard for them, and by the time death comes for us all.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
Yeah,
It's coming.
So by the time death comes for them, they haven't done what they intended to do, and then they leave that for the beneficiaries or the children to have to figure out.
There's a lot of money loss in that too.
There is a ton of money loss in that. If you do not set up your affairs properly, not only is it going to cost for the attorneys and for the actual probate court, which can, draw out for 18 months, which imagine attorney fees over the course of 18
and then the
months.
Market fluctuating.
And the market fluctuating, losing some value from here to there. There's a lot of variables in that.
So how do you save yourself from that?
So what you need to do is you need to get with an attorney, a trust advisory. So you want to make a trust attorney appointment, and you want to really sit down and go over everything. You want to pick your beneficiaries, pick your trustees, who's going to handle that for you, when you do expire, when you go on to God in heaven. Who's going to handle your affairs for you? Yeah.
And it's not just important to do it like if you're older. It's important to do it even young because God
exactly.
forbid,
yes, tragedies happen all the time, so we just never know. So it's actually very important to get that set up into a trust. And what trust can do is help keep you out. So a trust is a living entity. It's a living. Document. If you pass on, it still continues to live. So whatever is listed inside of your trust will continue to be.
It kind of speaks for you.
Exactly. It will tell your story and what you want to happen after you expire.
How much did they cost? That went up.
So it is on average about $2,000. So on average.
Is it something people can set up on LegalZoom?
Yes, definitely can, but not all are equal.
Okay.
So really sitting down with somebody and explaining to them what you want to happen, going over, you can set it up even to where your vehicles are in there, paid off or not paid off. You can set it up where your home is in there. You can set up, what's to be paid first, how exactly you want everything done. And you have an administrator, a trustee for your trust, and they're going to execute exactly your will of what you want to happen. So it's important.
Have you seen people like pass and not have their home in the trust and go to probate?
Yes. You've
seen it like firsthand? Is it ever like clean or what was it messy?
I deal with it. I've done 3 homes that have been in probate in this last year,
no.
especially with COVID and the elderly. A lot of times they just don't, and it comes and snatches you up. And what happens is the kids are sitting there going, okay, well, what are we going to do? And so they hire attorneys they don't know. And then
they just have to trust that they got their
trust
best interest.
And a lot of times, sometimes we see that instead of being proactive and advising and telling people what they need to do, they become reactive.
Got it.
And they just go, okay, well, when's our next court date? And in the meantime, you could be paying monthly fees on a retainer, and all that money is being bled out of the trust during that time. So by the time you actually 18 months down the line, it can be, like $40,000, $50,000 that's gone.
I like that you have this info. You're not just like an agent selling homes, but you have like the extended version of what to do in home ownership. So that's what separates you, makes you like a professional, is to know beyond just the sales aspect of getting them in the home, like protecting their assets too. That's awesome.
Exactly. And that's really what I aim to be, is a financial advisor. So whatever education I have and I know and I deal with on a daily basis.
Experience. You kind of share your life
Not
experience.
Everybody goes through that all the time. So they don't know and they haven't seen it firsthand until they're there. you know. And then sometimes too, not only can you have it go into probate that way, but then you have heirs that fight over what you want going to them. Maybe somebody's going to get something that you didn't necessarily want them to have anything.
Yeah.
And the person that you wanted to have something isn't going to get anything at all.
Yeah.
So, and you know, it can kind of get ugly when, you know, family members start to fight over stuff too. So to have a roadmap and a game plan. Yes.
Yeah. So
that's
like,
definitely.
It's pivotal. Like you have to have it.
You do. Really.
Well, thank you so much. Like
Thank
this
you.
brought like a lot of, you know, thoughts forward for me too. So hopefully people like really take this advice. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.